This is part 25, From Trust to Trauma, Dating My Therapist. Before we get into it, go ahead and repost this video as it comes across your screen because this shit gonna keep you on the edge of your seat, I promise. So real quick before we hop into it, I must make this note because it is very relevant to the story. So the morning that Kay and I had got into it, before she had took her car key, I got an email notification on my phone where she had sent an email to our landlord and basically stated that she wanted no financial obligation to the lease and that she wanted to know the process of having herself removed and what I needed to do to replace her as a tenant. Excuse me? She was just like, yeah, because I'm not paying the rent. So I'm not gonna be staying here if y'all are gonna be here. I'm like, oh, she's serious. And y'all, at this time, it's like 2 weeks away from being the first. They end up responding back and they're like, hey, unfortunately, because of where y'all are in y'all lease, it's too soon. And no changes can be made to the tenants until renewal period. Kay is like getting furious. And so she emails them back and she's like, well, what's the process for early termination? They respond back, no changes to the lease can be made until the renewal period because we had just signed like a month ago. All right, so back to where we left off. So I came back from Saturday school or whatever. I had noticed at the time that Kay's car wasn't there, so I figured she went and took a quick little run. So I came back to the house, everything cool. So mind y'all, the house is very large. So there's one big side of the house upstairs and then the other side. So I go to the room, put my stuff down and everything. I end up going towards the kitchen. So I go towards the kitchen to get something to drink. And in my peripheral, I noticed that something looked a little different. Why her bathroom looked different? So even though we had a big master bath, she gave me that. And she took the bathroom across the hall. So I ended up going towards her bathroom, and the closer I got to it, I realized that her shit gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? Pulling out the drawers, you know what I'm saying? And nothing's there. Wait a minute. So I stepped back. Her office is to the left. So I go into her office. Clear. Like I said, Kay had gave me the master bathroom and everything, the closet. So she had a closet in her office, which is also a walk-in. Open that up, nothing there. This motherfucker that moved out. But why was she, and her name is still, I'm confused. So I'm like, okay, maybe she moved her stuff downstairs because when Zach comes back, maybe she's thinking that, oh, okay, I'm gonna give them the top floor. So I go downstairs because it's set up like an in-law suite. So I'm thinking like, okay, she just gonna take downstairs. None of her shit was there either. And I'm like, where the fuck is she at? Airbnb guest is at the house, so she couldn't have went back to Montgomery. Her lease has ended at the apartment down. Did this motherfucker really just move out? Is she gone? Child, so I text her and I'm like, did you just pack all your stuff up and leave? Like, are you gone? I'm so confused. No response. So I'm like, so my mama called or whatever. And she's like, good, she gone? And I was like, She was like, what? And took all her stuff. And she ain't say nothing. I said, This is crazy. I wonder where she went. Where you think she went, Tony? I have no clue where this girl could have went. Hey, let me think like, hey, she got the Airbnb guest at the house. She ain't there. The apartment that she had, she don't have that no more, so she couldn't have gone there. Maybe she went and got her like an Airbnb for the weekend or something, and she just trying to scare me. You know what I'm saying? Like, run up behind her, and I'm not. So my mom is like, she's so damn low down. She know you don't start working until like 2 weeks. And I was like, yeah, that's why she did all that. We can't just up and just terminate the lease or make changes to the lease. So we stuck in this motherfucker. Well, Tony, just think about it. Having her ass in up for the rest of the lease, that shit was going to drive you insane. You was going to end up killing that girl. Hell, you and Zai. And I was just like, you're probably right. But the next day, Kay responds after going ghost the day before. So she sent a text the next day and was just like, I never wanted to end like this. Based on our last conversation, I saw that you were really done, so I just wanted to respect it. And I couldn't believe that one argument would have led to us splitting. One argument? One argument. Ma'am, we had a whole movie. We had a series of events that occurred. We should have been done. So she's like, I won't have the full amount of the rent by the 1st. So I'm going to send you 80% of the rent in 2 weeks when I get paid. And you can just come up with the rest. So I respond and say, okay, thank you. And then she says, well, there's 2 utilities that's in my name. I cut those off, so you're going to have to reconnect services and set it up in your name. No problem. I called, set those services up, paid my little deposit, and those were good to go. Then she tells me, oh, by the way, you're going to have to set up renter's insurance as well. I responded and said, done. Because at this point, you're trying to hurt me. You're trying to fuck with me. So you want me to sit up in the dark? You want me to not have hot water? But your name on the lease. Stupid, I paid it. The fuck? I don't know. Maybe she forgot that I paid the utilities anyway. So this wasn't hurting me. Yeah, she was just like, you know, super great job with managing the house. You've been super on it. You deserve this. Now, as you lay in your mansion, make sure you cultivate the energy you've been doing. Who is this? This can't be the same person. In the comments, can y'all drop who this is? Because this ain't Kay. Girl, what's so crazy is that the night before she actually packed up and left, like, I literally visualized her leaving and then getting her last glimpse of the house before she drove away. Lie to you not. And lo and behold, this motherfucker was gone. At least I thought. So the agreement initially was that she was going to cover the rent until I start working, and we were going to split everything 50-50. So a couple days later, she reaches out and says, hey, I'm coming by to get some mail or whatever out the mailbox. I'm just letting you know. No problem. I did not see her. She came, she got the mail, she was gone by her business. So she then reached out again or whatever and was like, hey, I got the mail, and in the mail, it was a letter from the IRS saying that I needed to pay a certain amount by a certain time. And so that means that I won't have, you guessed it, yeah, I won't be able to give you 80%. I can give you 50%. So if you've been following this story like you're supposed to been following this story, we already know where this is going. But Big Dream, it's not crazy this time. So she's like, I know this is unexpected or whatever. I'm so sorry. Maybe you can consider getting you an apartment or whatever nearby. Yeah, she's telling me that the amount that she's going to give me, she want me to take that and go and get me an apartment and just abandon the house. Just when I thought the advice that you be given, this is not given, Kay. This doesn't make any sense. She said, you can go and get you a nice apartment with a 3-bedroom, a sunroom for your plants. You'll definitely qualify. I know, I qualify for this house too. The fuck? I'm not feeding into anything that this girl is saying. I just said, okay, thank you for the advice. Always a pleasure. So, a couple days later, I get a call from Kay. I answer. I say hello. And girl, she's like, I need to talk to you about something. When will you be free? I said, probably later on today. What is it? I'll just tell you about it when I call. I'm like, okay. We hang up. She calls again. Hey, do you think it'd be best if we see each other in person instead of talking on the phone? I just want to make sure, you know. And I'm just like, in person is not necessary, honey. We can talk on the phone. She said, okay. She hangs up. Then she proceeds to call again. And she's like, I think what I'm needing to talk to you about, it requires a in-face conversation. And I was just like, well, that's not going to happen today. So maybe some other time. She calls again. At this point, I don't even say hello. I just held the phone. Because, bitch, you finna piss me off. So she's like, never mind. I said, okay. 2 minutes later, she texts me and says, I'll be at the house at 8. Excuse me? So now things are getting really weird. Because why do you feel like you need to see me in person? Like, what you got up? What you trying to do? Because I'm already ready to clock you in your fucking head. Like, ma'am, you might want to just stay away for your safety. For real, for real. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to be there. Girl, guess what the hell this said? I'm currently homeless, a dream. Because you put me out of our house. So I'll be there at 8. Bitch, what? At this point, my brain cells starts to fry. I can hear them at this point because I'm confused. Since when did I put you out, ma'am? I can't even make this story up if I tried. I'm just giving you a courtesy so you won't be startled when you see me here. What? Baby, I had to ball up my lips like grandma. I said, you are out of your damn mind. What do you mean? You packed up your stuff and you left. You reached out to the leasing team and told them that you had intentions on leaving. You didn't want no financial obligation. You didn't think about the fact that you were going to be homeless before you packed all your shit up and left. Bitch, where your stuff at? I know they under a bridge. Stop playing with me. And I'm like, please don't come back. Baby, it's been peaceful since you've been gone. Please, spare me. So she's like, so I can't come to my own house? No, you can't. I said, baby, you abandoned the house on the 13th. So, no. And I don't feel safe with you here. So she's like, the house is large enough for us both to live there. I can live on the bottom floor and y'all can have the top. I just need somewhere to stay. So let me get this straight. You reached out to the leasing team and told them of your intentions on leaving. You packed up all your stuff while I was at driving school. I don't know where the hell you took them. But that's where you need to be staying. Wherever your stuff is. What are you talking about? You goddamn turned off the utilities that was in your name. You done gave me this whole spiel about, oh, you deserve to lay in your mansion, cultivate the energy. Now you cultivating fucking different personalities. I'll fucking hit you. You handed over the keys and the garage remote. You laid them on the table, honey. Did you not? Oh, so that wasn't Kay. Who was it? Lay? I don't get it. You ain't gonna believe what the hell this girl texted me back and said. She said, and I quote, you threatened to kill me the night before. My wife, the woman I was supposed to marry, threatened to take my life. At this point, does anybody got a Cricut machine? Because we finna engrave her name on the Oscar. Ma'am, what? At this point, y'all, I was so goddamn fed up and tired. I said, girl, I regret that we even got here. Like, I truly, truly regret ever giving this connection any type of attention. Because you have lost your mind. You have said so much stuff to me, but this right here tops it all. How dare you make a false accusation so serious like that? And then you put it in text to make it believable. Girl, are you crazy? I have rehomed my cat. My daughter is not here in the home. I don't talk to my friends that much. I have lost my job, my car. I've been put out of your home. Been traumatized, me and my child. Girl, at this point, you're the fucking problem. And I said, and you have the nerve to say that I put you out of the house? Do you even know what it's like to be put out of a home with you and your child with nowhere to go? Do you know what that's even like? I love you, a dream. I'm on my way home. So since it was a weekend, Zai was at the house. And I told Zai, come on. I grabbed my keys, my purse, let's go. Shout out to my mom for letting me drive her car. Whew. Like, where we going? We finna go ride. We finna go to your grandma's house. We finna just get out the house. Because I didn't really want to, you know what I'm saying, communicate what just happened because I didn't want her anxiety to be through the roof. So I gets to my mom. And my mom is like, girl, K.S. is not coming all the way from Montgomery to that house. How's she gonna get in? She is not finna do all that. She just messing with y'all. She's really trying to get in your head. I said, Mom, you don't know Kay. So after all that big boss talk that Kay was talking, do y'all think she really showed up? Or was she just trying to get in my head again? Let's find out in the next part.